Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here. How are you reading this formation, Jim Beglin?
Well, this setup, Peter, can be very defensive if that midfield is in place purely to form a protect.
And Messi! That's really well cleared. Rijkaard. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. It's a promising position. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Herrera aims beyond the defence. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And it's Son Heung-min. And here's Haaland. Still goalless at the moment. Searching pass he's played there.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's found a way through. Good ball, good big chance! That is decidedly lacking. Akanji. Now here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Rijkaard.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And we have our very first corner. Now it's Valverde. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Valverde. And here's Messi. Now it's Haaland! Oh, good effort. He got plenty on that.
Haaland brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
And it's Messi. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Haaland. Picks out, tries a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Well, they can break here. Can he get on the end of this? And it's made its way to him. And the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Chooses to go back. And And a shot! And that wasn't far away.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
He's had it taken off him. Now it's Son Heung-min, tries to play it through, and he welcomes it in. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Herrera. Son Heung-min. Great vision. And that is expertly dealt with. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
That's beautifully weighted. Shot a goal! They've done it! And they're at it again in double quick time. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Inter Milan. And we've reached half-time. How would you review the first half?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Inter Milan go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Valverde. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And the shot! Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Messi. Can he get it through? Oh, good take, and goes for a shot! It's hit the upright. Danger averted for now. And that has put paid to that. Son Heung-min, who's set up 1 goal so far. Inter Milan with this 2-goal lead. They're certainly looking much the more assured side. Now, can they get him away? Rijkaard. Over to the left. Chance here to counter. And that's put paid to a promising move. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Shifted it to the flank. That has been slung wide. And it's hoisted clear. Messi, given the lift of his goal. Valverde looking to run onto it. And that is as far as they're going to go. Out for a throw. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, it looks like they just want to introduce a new focal point to the attack.
Entrará al campo número 14.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Not the most convincing of passes. Herrera. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Son Heung-min threads one in. Now it's Haaland. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Herrera.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Son Heung-min, and here's Haaland. Oh, good read. Can he finish? Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed.
Hay un cambio en el campo de juego. Número 10.
Number 3 coming up.
Número 21.
They've played it short.
Número 24.
And this is Messi.
Número 20.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Changes him with that pass. Now there's a fine ball. Decent chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Inter Milan choosing to make the first change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
That looks a good ball through. Leading by 2, and the finishing line in sight. Herrera. He's picked his way through. Son Heung-min is in a really good position out wide. Herrera. Just 5 minutes left. So what can they make of this? Pass somewhat off target. And it's Son Heung-min. Chips it through. And now they can clear their lines. Herrera.
Se van a jugar 2 minutos de compensación.
Knocks it into space. Messi. And he was alert to it. And that's that. Inter Milan are